Hey guys, GHAZZY TV here with another special video because the OG Jesus himself, the God, the one and only Chris Wilson. I know. I think he got 5,000 subs alone in the past hour. Holy Christ. He's celebrating 25 years of Diablo II with another legend in the ARPG industry, David Brevik. We've just finished watching just over an hour-long video. Chris Wilson had a very interesting interview with David Brevik. I met both of these fellas. I don't even want to call them fellas. These two legends in the industry, and how it shaped the ARPG style and even other games as well when it comes to skill trees and whatnot, and progressing through ever since that 25, nice, comfortable winters ago. It's just crazy. The interview is fantastic. I'll leave a link in the description down below to it. It's really nice. And Chris Wilson is very passionate about Diablo 2. And I wanted to make like a quick video, not to recap the interview. I think that the interview, it was so good, you should watch it yourself. But there's a few things in it that I'd like to touch upon. That it's not so much about the interview's context, but more about Chris Wilson as an individual and David Brevik, like for the Hellgate London stuff with the Namco, which basically just fired everybody, and yeah, nothing else happened, because I think a lot of people would have loved Hellgate London to have seen some more hands-on and maybe another game coming out, but that didn't happen. However, they talk a lot about D2. That's the whole purpose of the interview. But what was brought up to light at the very end of this interview is that Chris Wilson, during the interview, is saying that he was very envious of David Brevik, who designed the Lurks Below all by himself, complete control over everything from the pixel art to the game design and everything. And he's talking about it. He was a little bit jealous about that, of doing the whole designing a game rather than being a CEO and doing the business side of the game development for a multitude of people. So Chris Wilson has now announced that, or he announced, pseudo-announced, but it was stated, it's announced, Light Pattern, which is a gaming studio founded in 2025 by the one and only Chris Wilson. It's a boutique game development studio working on an unannounced project. I can tell you right now, I have no idea what this is about. And if you click on careers for art director, it is in Auckland, New Zealand. If you click here, we're going to go through this because this is very, very, very exciting. Join Light Pattern, a boutique game development studio led by Path of Exile co-creator Chris Wilson. Light Pattern is seeking an art director to help define and drive the visual identity of our unannounced game project, from high-level aesthetic pillars to day-to-day asset reviews. If you're passionate about dark, moody worlds and love collaborating across disciplines to ship genre-defining experiences, we want to hear from you. This is a full-time on-site position in Auckland, New Zealand. Relocation assistance is available. Responsibilities: establish and maintain the game's visual style. Create concept art to guide tone and direction. Guide and mentor, inspire other artists. Collaborate closely with design, programming, audio teams. Review and provide feedback on all art assets. Manage to improve the art pipeline. Engage and oversee specialized freelancers. Set up and manage high-quality, cost-efficient art outsourcing. Requirements is the most important part here. 5 years of in-game art direction or senior art leadership. Strong portfolio showcasing artistic talent, world building, and visual direction in games. Strong communication, leadership skill across disciplines. And here's the kicker: an appreciation for classic RPGs from the 90s and 2000s. A deep familiarity with Diablo 2 specifically, not just playing it, but understanding what makes its world art and systems so enduring. Will this be a new ARPG? Are we going to see Path of Exile 3? Now, on the other hand, a lot of people don't like Ruthless in PoE, which is kind of Chris Wilson's baby when it came out. So maybe we'll see something more slower and methodical. Then again, in the interview, when it was talking about movement speed and when it comes to the stamina bar in Diablo 2, David Brevik did talk about how it was probably their biggest flaw, and I think a lot of people agree, because it was more of a newbie tax, a new player punishment for not being able to run all the time, and later on it becomes kind of trivialized. But what David Brevik said and repeated multiple times was saying how it doesn't matter if the player can outrun and run away from the monsters, because they should be incentivized. Essentially, you didn't say that quote unquote, but incentivized to actually killing the monsters to get the loot. That's the whole point of it. And therefore, outrunning and running away from the monsters, who cares? It doesn't matter if you can do that, because you're incentivized to actually be killing this. Obviously, I'll leave a link in the descriptions to Light Pattern as well. Now, I'm a humongous Chris Wilson fan. He's been at the helm for the PoE for as long as I can remember. I came into PoE almost 12 years ago, and Chris Wilson has been part of the progression of PoE for so long, and PoE, as well as himself, has touched and changed a lot of people's lives. And many of us OG streamers that's been around for a long time, many of our careers have been shaped entirely based on the progression that Path of Exile has gone through, together with Chris Wilson being at the wheel. So I'm very excited for this, and I'm going to be honest, I don't care what it is. As soon as they're ready to show us anything, I'm going to be all over this, and I'm super excited for whatever they have to show. However, Chris Wilson did say that in this interview that they are looking to do this slowly. They're not there to crunch run anything or speed run it, having deadlines. They're doing it because of their passion for it, and they're having a good time and doing it for fun. And my understanding is they want to maintain that approach. And we'll see. And it was supposed to be at least a handful full of years out, maybe 4, maybe 5 years, maybe longer. Who knows? We'll see what time takes us. But yeah, like, I didn't want to make like a reaction video to this, because I'm gonna be honest, these two are legends. I couldn't even bring myself to pause the video to make comments more than a few times throughout the 1 hour and 12 minutes. I'll be just sitting back, leaning back, enjoying the entire interview. And I didn't have much to add during the interview, so I'm not gonna do that. So just there's a link in the description down below to the interview. Check it out. And instead, I wanted to focus on the extra things that Light Pattern has in store with Chris Wilson in the lead for this. I'm super excited for this. It's going to be pretty cool. And I don't even know what game it is. It might be a completely different genre. I don't know, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. Either way, I feel like I'm just ranting here. I just wanted to make a video to bring some light to this, because I haven't seen Chris Wilson on screen for a very long time. And for those of you that's coming in playing Path of Exile 2, that's never touched PoE 1, this guy is a god, like hands down. I can't even begin to describe how much has been happening in the ARPG industry when Chris Wilson was around during the over a decade with him there leading PoE 1 together with their beloved team and Jonathan and Mark and the whole group. It's so cool to see this happen. So yeah, I don't really have any other words to describe it, because I don't want to do him any I need to do it justice. So I'm going to stop right there and let you guys check out the links for Light Pattern as well as the interview. It's a good one. And, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe. Keep rocking.